Hello everyone, this is VGC Mike back again with more Regulation I content. Today I have a set of matches for you that I played in a Japanese ladder tournament. I've mentioned this before, but I usually have to play these really early in the morning. I usually miss the first hour or two that they take place. Because of that, I don't get to play a ton of matches. But in my third match, I did happen to play against a really highly rated opponent. It doesn't tell you if they're first or second, it just tells you their rating. But based on how high the rating was, I would assume that they were first or very close to it. They were playing what many people are calling the best team in the format right now with Zamazenta and Calyrex Shadow Rider. And we had an insanely strong showcase match against them. So I'm going to play that match first, even though it was the third match of the three that I'm going to be showing, just because I feel like it was a really strong battle and shows what this team is capable of. And then the next two battles I played first and second. So just keep in mind these are a little out of order. But even if you're just interested in playing Koraidon or Lunala or Koraidon Lunala and you just want to take inspiration from this team, this can just give you a great blueprint for how to approach some of those matches. I also wanted to say thank you guys for helping the channel grow recently, past 850 subscribers, which means that we need less than 150 to hit 1,000. I'm really excited for that to finally come. I know that we're going to hit it pretty soon, but if anybody has been watching the battles and wants to subscribe, it would be really appreciated, and very excited to keep making battles for you guys for Regulation I. I think May is going to be a really fun month for the channel, and if all goes according to plan, I will have a fifth team for you before the ladder officially starts, so look forward to that. But with that out of the way, let's battle. All right, well, we know this team. The Rillaboom's new. Rillaboom's new. I think it is, at least. So this guy's got to be like close to number one on this tournament, because his rating was in the 1600s. So depending on if they lead Chiampao or like Torn. Okay, Chiampao makes it tougher. A lot tougher, actually. We're going to switch in Koraidon and Spore. Let's see if they call us out on this. Attempting to break the Shadow Shield with an Icicle Crash here would really not be bad at all. But we can't really just get crunched. And we're going to need the defense boost now. Double Protect here also very solid. But with the Double Protect we can take this. Or not Double Protect. With the Sun we should be able to take a double up. Worst case scenario regardless, so. Don't flinch us, that would be awful. Yes, okay. Yeah, I mean, that was like all or nothing. Okay, we're gonna Flame Charge. What are we gonna do? Okay, cool. So this is guaranteed sleep this turn. Massive damage. Let's do that again. And Rage Powder. If we draw a Sucker Punch away, that'd be great, but Icicle Crash is fine too. Oh no, they're not even gonna get a chance. Oh, Ice Shard. Okay, cool. Yeah, Bonnet is a beast right now. And if they stay asleep, and the Calyrex comes out, yeah, they're in trouble now. Okay. So now I'm just going to Blitz and Sucker. Okay, cool. I actually 100% wanted to see that. And they didn't protect either. That's important. Now let's see if their last Pokemon was Torn. It's Rillaboom. Well, we have to protect. And we'll go for Sucker Punch again. They have no way to outspeed us now, though. Yeah, that's okay. Let's see if they have like Nasty Plot or not. Okay, cool. Raging Bolt just wins the game now. Even we don't need that anymore. It's fine. They never did Terra. I'm just going to close combat and Snarl. Yeah. Alright, I think we got everything perfect. Yep. Yep. I wonder if Snarl knocks him out without the sun and with him probably having a Soul Vest. Okay, that works too. Okay. So what we have to do now is just go all out on the Calyrex. Because if they have like Disable Encore, we do not want them getting all of that off for free. And I think we take, yeah, we should take a, okay, cool. Psychic basically makes this free then. Unless we miss Snarls forever or something. Well, not even now. Now we're fine. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty streamlined. And they even, you know, got the call. Like, turn one, they doubled into Brute Bonnet, which was like worst case scenario. Well, worst case scenario was that flinch, obviously. But that guy, like I said, I don't know if it said their ranking, but they must have been like #1 or really, really high up on the ladder. I mean, that puts us at 32. They were like 16, 15 or something. So, I don't know, that might be the most impressive showing from the team so far. Clearly a very good player and using a very good team. And And yeah, I mean, Raging Bolt plus Brute Bonnet give that team a tough time. And the Koraidon went nuts there too. A lot of times, as you guys, if you've watched both of these videos, you can see that I usually go with the Lunala mode by default, but I mean, Koraidon just went nuts there. Okay, so this is hard Trick Room if I've ever seen it. There's no Indeedee though. Yeah, the no Indeedee does make it easier. So don't mind doing a Brute Bonnet Lunala lead, which is my most common lead usually. I mean, the interesting thing is they don't have any redirection either. I mean, yeah, I mean, it just depends on how they lead, because we could go Koraidon too, and it looks like he could give them a hard time just by hitting them hard. We'll bring Incineroar. He actually hits both of their restricteds for super effective, which is nice. Okay. So, yeah, this is kind of the problem with this lead. Or with this team's setup. Unless they have Terra Grass, I'm just going to put that guy to sleep and they're not going to get Trick Room up. And even if they like close combat Brute Bonnet, if that KOs, still not the end of the world. Okay, that's a little rough. That is a little rough, but should be okay. Let me think here. Sleep is less good now, for sure. I'm gonna go for some chip and rage powder. Chip into the Dusknoir. It would be really nice if we can get a second turn of sleep and then we could just finish a shut off with a Moongeist Beam, hopefully. They might Terra too then, just to, they might be expecting that in Terra, so we'll find out about that too. That's part of the reason why I didn't really want to go for it this turn. Okay, yeah. So let's see if we live this. Okay, we don't. If they don't wake up though, we are going to get a double KO here. If they wake up, then it's a full-blown game and we're going to have to figure things out. Okay. Well, they use Terra, so I think Koraidon is just too much of a nightmare for them now. So we can Dazzle here, and then even if they do switch in like Necrozma, they're just going to take too much damage from everything, I would say. Could even consider flame charging. I guess I'll just go with Flare Blitz, honestly. I'm gonna take a lot of damage. Okay. So no switch in, that's fine. But we're so fast that it's gonna be hard for them to break through these two with no Terra. And we're basically at the point where even Incineroar in the back is just kind of scary for whoever we don't end up KOing. So I'm going to Moongeist here and Flare Blitz here. And yeah, no Protect, so KO, and then this is probably a KO. If it's not, even if they somehow double KO'd us, which is not likely without something like Expanding Force with terrain, obviously, so yeah. That was relatively easy to stop. Like I said, if the second turn sleep, definitely, if that went off, that would have made things tougher. My thought process is setting up with Lunala gives us pretty good odds here. There's a few things that they can do that can give us some trouble. So like the Iron Valiant is an issue because if we try to set up Calm Minds, they could like Encore us. We don't know if they have that, but it's a pretty common move. Wide Guard means that they can block our Dazzling Gleams, but they might not lead that at all. They might lead something like Choreograph and Koraidon. And if they do that, I would like Bonnet. The one scary thing is we just don't know if they have Terra Grass on somebody, because this is going to be our main way of stopping Trick Room. Okay. Valiant also can hit us really hard with like a fairy attack. Because of this, I'm actually just going to just immediately switch in Rillaboom. So the idea behind this lead is I could have, if I wanted to, switch out I could switch out something like my Lunala for my Rillaboom, and I could just put something to sleep. You turn Rillaboom out the next turn, or threaten Fake Out, and keep going from there. But because of this lead, the Dazzling Gleam just looks really solid. Then again, they could have stuff that really can hurt us here. So let's see what they end up doing. Like a booster energy, so that's good to know. Not that it really matters. Okay. Okay. Interesting. We got Shadow Shield back, which is great. I'm just going to Moongeist Beam here. And I'll U-turn on this slot too, hoping that it gets redirected. But because the Koraidon is Life Orb, I'm assuming they have Protect, so then they might switch altogether. They just might switch, but I just want to guarantee Rillaboom getting out of here. But I'd say, I'm guessing their last Pokemon are Calyrex and Pelipper, probably. Just because I don't know why you'd even put Pelipper on your team if you weren't gonna bring it into a Koraidon match. Wow. Yeah, Root Bonnet's good here. So, let's see, disable. This is where finding out their Terra Grass would be really rough, but we've got to go for it. Their Valiant is definitely faster than us, so they can't even switch in Koraidon to protect themselves from the Spore right now. And we do want to get rid of the Valiant before we just start throwing Koraidon in there, because they likely do have a Fairy move. Okay. Yep. Okay. So let's find out if they're grass or not. Okay. Ground. That's a little weird, but I'll take it. Actually, no, this is amazing for us. Because Rillaboom threatens, like, he just threatens a KO on the Calyrex right now. Because our Rillaboom is jacked. He is, he's not like one of the Assault Vest Rillabooms that barely has any attack investment. Yeah, I mean, he's licking his lips right now looking at the Calyrex. So let's just do this and this. So they could protect Koraidon potentially. They might be able to like Draco Meteor one-shot Koraidon. Okay. Okay, just to protect. I mean, Woodhammer actually takes this crazy well, obviously. So they didn't bring Pelipper, which is great news for us, actually, overall. Recoil. No burn, okay. So what I'm going to do is Woodhammer and Spore this slot. And then we'll see if they have safety goggles or not. Because they could redirect it, but that's only really bad if they have safety goggles. A lot of times they have... Oh, I guess actually we know that they don't have Rocky Helmet, huh? Because we didn't see that activate, did we? Did they double in? I think they did. Yeah, okay. Okay. So I'm going to U-turn. And let's see if this KOs. The Draco Meteor is actually kind of nice, because now the Miraidon's really not threatening. And even if they drop our Rillaboom, that just means we're going to have both of our super powerful restricteds out. But if they don't, then we have them for later. Okay, sweet. They could Fiery Dance Rillaboom though, so we don't know that he's safe yet. Okay. Big KO. Oh, it was Rocky Helmet. I guess I missed that. Okay. This was definitely my preference as far as what they ended up doing. So I'm going to do this. And if they get the Protect and KO Koraidon, that would be pretty solid. This actually is really bad for them, I would say. Yeah. Because if Rillaboom's able to get in against the Calyrex and they don't have this ability to kind of play around with everything. Okay. Can they KO Koraidon though? Oh, just... Oh. They can. Well, not really, but... That's decent. Okay. So let's Dazzling and Close Combat. Protect, Wake Up, Trick Room probably is really solid here. Or if this is a speed time with the Miraidon and Koraidon, my Koraidon's max speed Jolly. Okay. I think we're okay then. Because Rillaboom has Grassy Glide, even if they wake up and KO here, or wake up in Trick Room. Grassy Glide pretty much saves us. And if they stay asleep here, they are just, it's over. Okay. So yeah, Dazzling Gleam picks up both KOs now. And Shadow Shield guarantees that we won't get knocked out by the Miraidon. Even with like a crit, we probably are fine since they're Life Orb. And then Dazzling Gleam picks up the KO. Very cool. And yeah, like I said, the Rillaboom in the back, that was just major extra insurance. Grassy Glide would have kept the Calyrex in check. And then our Lunala is slower than the Koraidon anyway, so Trick Room really wouldn't have done much for them there.